The parade has now formed up in a position and we will await the arrival of the invited dignitaries. We welcome several dignitaries today. They include Her Excellency the Governor, Ms. Reno Laugi, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Michael Weeks, JP, MP. Special guests include Shadow Minister for National Security and Health, the Honorable Michael H. Dunkley, JP, MP. Permanent Secretary of National Security, Mr. Christopher Farrell. Commanding Officer of the Bermuda Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin Beasley, BEM. Honorary Colonel of the Royal Bermuda Regiment, John David Gibbons, OBE-ED. Collector of Customs, Mrs. Lucinda Pierman. Director of Public Prosecutions, Ms. Cindy Clark, JP. Acting Assistant Chief Fire Officer, Mr. Troy Ferbert. Commissioner of Corrections, Ms. Kiva May Joel Benjamin. Chairman of the Police Complaints Authority, Mr. Jeffrey Elkinson. Commandant of the Bermuda Reserve Police, Ms. Sandra Beach. Police Chaplain, Dr. Kevin Sansucci. President of the Ex-Police Officers Association, Mr. Calvin Smith. Ms. Iantha Simmons-Wade, JPNP, on behalf of the Lorraine's Rest Home. On the arrival of the Governor, I would ask you all to stand. Once the Governor has arrived, she will be invited by the Commissioner of Police to inspect Recruit Foundation Course number 81. The Commissioner of Police is now arriving. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Michael Wicks, JP, MP, is now arriving.
Hey, stand out! East!
I will now ask everyone to stand on the arrival of the governor.
Hey! Hey! Tack!
in Bermuda is a unique and extremely challenging career, especially in today's climate. For a member of our community to become an effective police officer, there are numerous skills and behaviors which must be evidenced. To be successful, these individuals must invest considerable time, patience, dedication, and commitment, whilst also demonstrating a strong determination to excel. Today, 21 student officers stand before you, and each of them have exhibited the qualities required by the demands and challenges of a career in the Bermuda Police Service. As their families and friends can no doubt attest, they stand here as different individuals from those who joined the service 18 weeks ago. Each of them now look at challenges from a different perspective. They see policing as a way to improve the quality of life for their community, their families, and themselves. They have come to understand that policing with the community means working with and building relationships within that community. They understand and accept that they will be required to place themselves in dangerous situations. They understand that they will work long and sometimes unsociable hours. They understand that they will be expected to be a role model and leader in the community. And understanding all of this, they are determined to be the best police officers they can possibly be. Police training is constantly evolving to meet the challenging needs of the community we serve. A police officer today faces stringent challenges, many of which require them to develop new skills and abilities. To meet these challenges, the Recruit Foundation course has undergone some fundamental changes. Emphasis has been placed on experiential learning. Students are no longer required to simply learn the law and procedure, but are trained and required to evidence practical application in 34 basic policing tasks to a competent level. These tasks are assessed under 6 headings: knowledge and law and procedure, conflict management skills, investigative interviewing techniques, officer safety skills, communication skills, leadership skills. Each student officer is assessed in basic service competencies. This assessment of their performance is continuous, and the emphasis is placed on the ongoing development of the officer. The primary behaviors required to be assessed are effective communication, problem solving, community and customer focus, personal responsibility, professional and ethical conduct, teamworking. The Bermuda Police Service has seen the implementation of many new policies designed to improve the efficiency of the service as a whole. There has also been many changes in legislation to help us deal better with crime and updated training methods and equipment for personal safety. None of this matters without these men and women who make the life-changing decision to take on the daunting responsibilities of policing our community and endeavoring to ensure that Bermuda remains a safe place to live, work, visit, and raise a family. The Commissioner of Police will now call on the Governor of Bermuda, Ms. Raina Laudi, to present each officer with a certificate to mark their successful completion of Foundation Course 81. Her Excellency will then address the recruits following the presentation. We'll start with the front rank, PC 2565, Land.
Ma'am. Yeah, boy. Ma'am.
PC 2576, Sandham.
Ma'am.
PC 2577 Smith.
Help!
PC 2573 Millward. PC 256210. PC 2561K Lima. PC 2568 Dill. PC 2580 Eiseldike. PC 2564 Burgess. PC 2563 Williams. PC 2570 Donegan. Rear rank, PC 2578 Taylor.
Help!
PC 2572 Nouns. PC 2574 Perkins. PC 2579 Sudan. 2560 Augustus. PC 2566 Granville. PC 2571 Howard. Ms. Reina Labby.
Honourable Minister, Commissioner of Police, Honorary Colonel, Commanding Officer, Acting Assistant Chief Fire Officer, Commissioner of Corrections, distinguished guests, good afternoon. It has been my distinct pleasure to be here this afternoon to present the certificates to the women and men who are today passing out from their recruit training and joining the ranks of the Bermuda Police Service. And it is incredible to see the representation of these islands in these officers. I had the opportunity of meeting some of them earlier on this week when they visited Government House, and I know that over the last few months they have received training in 34 basic policing tasks, developed knowledge of law and procedure, safety and conflict management skills. Their physical fitness has been tested, their teamwork, and most importantly, there's been a real focus on the principles of policing within Bermuda. All that they have achieved as part of their Recruit Foundation course will stand them in good stead as they begin their careers within the Bermuda Police Service. At times, this work will be difficult, and remaining calm under pressure, no matter what, will be essential. The work that they will do to help the vulnerable persons or those who have been seriously injured in distressing circumstances will be very indicative of their service. And having, in some circumstances, to give difficult news to family members and having to adapt to the demands of different circumstances, it is fair to say that there are easier things you could have chosen to do. But we thank you for stepping forward to serve Bermuda in the Bermuda Police Service. This is what it means to be a member of Bermuda's Police Service, serving the community and the people of this island, helping to keep them safe and making a positive impact in the lives of those with whom you engage, sometimes in the most difficult periods of their life. So I'd like to thank Inspector Tracy Waldes and all the staff in the training unit for the work that they have done to support you in reaching the point at which you are standing here today. I would also like to say thank you to all of the friends, family and loved ones who have supported you on your journey so far and who have gathered here to claim you in such spectacular fashion this afternoon. I'm very conscious that today is an important point in your service to Bermuda as well, as you continue to support these officers in their policing career. Let me congratulate each and every one of you for becoming a member of the Bermuda Police Service, for making the choice to step into the career that you have chosen. You should be proud of what you've achieved to get to this point, and I'm sure that everyone else here is certainly proud of you, and those who are perhaps not here with you today. The Bermuda Police Service is undoubtedly a key part of the security of this island, helping to ensure the safety of all who live and work and visit these islands. That is what you have agreed to do today. And as Governor, I commend you for what you have achieved, and I wish each and every one of you the very best of luck in your future work. Thank you for your service.
I now call on the Minister of National Security, Mr. Michael Weeks, to present the Instructors' Cups for the fastest time on the Flats 10K run in both the male and female categories. And also to present the trophies to the best all-around athletes in both male and female categories. The Minister will address the recruits following the presentation. The recruits undergo physical training throughout each phase of the course. Their training begins with a 1.9-mile Orange Valley run and ends with a run over the International 10K 6-mile flats course. The Instructors' Cup is an award that is given to the fastest officer for the 10K flats run. The award is given in two categories, male and female. So without further ado, in the female category, with a time of 1 hour and 22 seconds, the Instructors' Cup is presented to PC 2579 Suter. In the male category, with a time of 47 minutes, 51 seconds, the Instructors' Cup is presented to PC 2564 Burgess. The next two awards will be presented for the best all-around athlete, male and female. The all-around athlete and physical fitness awards are presented to the male and female recruits who perform at a constantly high level and have a can-do attitude in all events throughout their entire physical training program. These recruits accepted all challenges and never gave up. No matter how difficult or strenuous the task, they strived to succeed. The recruits underwent a series of challenging but satisfying physical training events. These included road runs, circuit trainings, and overall team building exercises. The all-around female athlete for Recruit Foundation course number 81 is PC 2579 Suter. all-around male athlete for the Recruit Foundation course number 81 is PC 2578 Taylor. We will now have an address by the minister.
Good afternoon, everyone. Putting up my money. The Excellency, Commissioner, Police Senior Command, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And Commissioner, thank you for the opportunity to say a few words. As a National Security Minister who has only been on the job for nearly 3 months, I feel honored to be here today to acknowledge and commend the 21 men and women who are completing their conversion from civilian life to life as police officers on the front line. And I deliberately say conversion because that is how to best describe it. Anytime you take regular civilians and task them with serving the community at such a high level and standard, plus the rigorous training and discipline required to wear the uniform, ultimately, this can involve a considerable change in a person. As you head out to represent the Bermuda Police Service, I want to take a moment to encourage you to be mindful of the task at hand and of what is at stake. You will not just be police officers on the front line enforcing the laws of the land, but you will be called upon to protect those who cannot defend themselves. So be fearless in the face of menace and show great restraint while discharging your powers. As you carry out your duties as police officers, keep in mind that you will constantly be in the public eye. It will be, therefore, imperative for you to not just conduct yourself at a high standard professionally, but in your private lives as well. The strength of being a police officer doesn't just encompass the ability to wear the uniform, but the burden of the high moral character that is required to be embodied behind that uniform. Recruit Foundation Course 81 has brought together various officers with diverse backgrounds. I want to take note of the 6 officers passing out today who graduated from the Police Cadet Program. They are PC Shadri Augustus, PC Kewana Lima, PC Jessica Tannock, PC Trevor Williams, PC Tay Lamb, and PC Daquan Lima. Another police constable, Vincent Donegan, is here today as the latest in a line of family members to join the service. His uncle and aunt are retired police officers, and his father is still a serving officer. I do not doubt that PC Vincent Donegan will proudly represent his family as he continues with the admirable tradition that has been established. Well done, Mr. Donegan. The combination of youth and life experience, the added academic achievements, and the leadership and decision-making skills will undoubtedly benefit the Bermuda Police Service and lead to lifelong and rewarding careers. So in closing, I congratulate our officers on behalf of the government of Bermuda on passing out today. Let me also thank your families for their support during the past 16 weeks, and they deserve a round of applause. Family support will be critical to your success in the face of late nights and irregular working hours. Congratulations once again. I commend you for having the commitment, grit, and determination to complete this mission. Thank you.
The next award is the Syndicate Shield. I now call upon Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Antoine Daniels, for our next presentation. The Syndicate Shield, in addition to all of their academic testing, the officers are constantly assessed on other aspects of the course, including first aid, officer safety, drill, and physical fitness, to name a few. They were divided into 3 syndicates or groups, and points are awarded to enhance the competitiveness amongst the 21 students. The Syndicate Shield is presented to the syndicate that has scored the most points over the entire course of 18 weeks. Each syndicate is led by a member of the training staff who encourages, mentors, and provides assistance to any student that needs help. The winner of the Recruit Foundation course number 81 Syndicate Shield is Green Syndicate, which was led by Police Sergeant 2351 Golden. This award will be collected by PC 2569D Lima.
Green Syndicate! Green Syndicate! Sir!
The other members of Green Syndicate are PC 2560 Augustus, PC 2568 Dill, PC 2569 D Lima, PC 2573 Millwood, PC 2576 Sandham, PC 2577 Smith, and PC 2580 Heiselbank. I will now call upon the Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Martin Weeks, for our next presentation, the Academic Award. Throughout the Recruit Foundation course, student officers are bombarded with information and continuous feedback, and are then formally assessed on their knowledge of law, policy, and the practical application of these skills. The training staff acknowledges the student with the highest overall test average on the course by the presentation of an academic award. The recipient of this award has dedicated themselves from the very beginning. They have displayed commitment by attending study sessions as well as encouraging other classmates who are not doing so well to attend so they too could improve. With an overall test average of 94.38% over 18 exams, the training staff is pleased to announce the recipient of the academic award, Police Constable 2561K Lima. Presentation. It is a tradition of every Recruit Foundation course to raise money in aid of a charity of their choice. All members of this year's Recruit Foundation course decided that the recipient of their generosity would be the Lorraine Rest Home. A total of $2,485 was raised. On behalf of RFC 81, PC 2574 Perkins is pleased to present a check for that sum of money to the administrator of the rest home, Ianthea Simmons Wade, MP. Wade would like to say a few words.
Good afternoon, Her Excellency, Commissioner, Ministers, recruits, families, friends, and the cheering crowd over here. I watched the recruits as the family were cheering, and I know it was extremely difficult for you not to smile, because it was very difficult for me not to jump up and start cheering you as well. So along with the list of everyone else, I extend my congratulations to you. I also thank you for making the decision to get up and serve your country, to serve and protect not just the people of Bermuda, not just your family and friends, but everyone who comes onto this island. I also want to say that it takes comfort for me to know that you will just be a phone call away. Very often you're not appreciated, but when you're in trouble, when you pick up that number, you want the police to answer. So for that I say thank you. I also would like to thank you for choosing Lorraine Rest Home, because very often young people forget about the senior people that contributed, who built the foundation for you to live your lives and to protect Bermuda, to serve Bermuda, and to make Bermuda what it is today. So, I am sure you will serve your country well, you will serve your people well, and you will serve your families well. So, again, thank you very much for this donation.
I will now call on the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Darren Simons, to present the top 2 awards. The first award is the Milo's Cup. The Milo's Cup is presented to the officer who demonstrated noteworthy development during the course. The award is for the best effort on the course and the officer who has made the most significant progress. Since the beginning of the course, the recipient of this award has developed into a quietly confident and competent officer who has remained focused and dedicated to getting the best from the course and developing their own abilities. This officer's results on test and scenario-based assessments have improved throughout the 18 weeks. And this officer has impressed the staff with the desire to persevere and succeed. The Milo's Cup was donated by a former Deputy Commissioner, Milo. The Training Center is pleased to announce this year's recipient of the Milo's Cup is Police Constable 2565 Lamb. Baton of Honor. The Training Center upholds the traditions of the Bermuda Police Service and awards one officer from each course with a Baton of Honor. This mounted truncheon made from cedar wood represents Bermuda traditions and quality of service, which is why it is appropriate to recognize the best all-around student officer with this award. The recipient of this award has demonstrated a strong commitment to the core values of the organization and is highly motivated towards a career as an effective and efficient police officer. They have consistently demonstrated leadership skills and the abilities to problem solve effectively. This officer has committed themselves over the past 18 weeks to developing individual performance to the highest standards possible. The officer has set extremely high goals and has constantly sought feedback from staff in order to improve performance. This particular officer always has a smile, pleasant demeanor, engaging personality, willingness to assist training staff, and has been constantly supportive of other students on the course. They have achieved above average results in all aspects of the course, which is a testament to their self-motivation, determination, and resilience. As the officer nominated by the training staff to receive this award, I will call upon the last Baton of Honor winner, PC 2555, Shayna Simmons, to help present this award. Without further ado, the Training Center is pleased to announce the recipient of the Baton of Honor for Recruit Foundation Course number 81, PC 2577, Jamaica Smith.
Good afternoon. Protocol having been established, I do realize that I've probably written a winter speech, and we are a bit more in summer weather, so bear with me. Recruits, nearly 30 years ago, I was in your exact same position with a very real sense of accomplishment. I was very proud of what I had done. Back then, we ran through Devonshire Marsh. We did push-ups among cow chips. Look it up. We got stung by the electric fences, and I had bruises from very realistic officer safety training. I'm told we now run a kinder, gentler training course, one that could pass the current health and safety requirements. But nonetheless, at the end, at your Recruit Foundation course, you should feel like you've crossed the finish line. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge and thank all the members of the BPS training staff, led by Inspectors Ronald Taylor, Tracy Burgess, supported by Sergeant Derek Golding, Constables Anton Gilbert, Shantia Furbert, Julia Swan, and Stuart Bilby, with amazing support from Admin Assistant Ms. Lita Smith. No doubt there were also valuable contributions made by other staff that are not full-time members of the training department. And also, without a doubt, outside lecturers that contributed significantly on this course. And I wish to thank you all for your work in preparing these officers in the next phase of their career. Now, all of us, I think, who have spoken have mentioned family, and I too want to mention family. I want to acknowledge the support of both family and friends of today's graduating class. Without you, this occasion would not be possible. We're all products of our choices and our environments, and that includes the people that support us. Be proud of them. You deserve it. Policing is difficult. It can be all-consuming. These officers, without a doubt, may miss or be late for some birthdays or holidays. Shift work will mean that they're always a little tired. And over time, you may notice that they don't show the same level of emotion or react in quite the same ways as they did in the beginning, as they learn to cope and adjust with the realities of the things that they have to face. As they move through their careers, your continued support is critical to everyone's well-being. And I wish to say thank you for what you have done and what you will do, because I'm very clear that you too make sacrifices so they can do what they do. A round of applause, please. Recruits, I turn my attention to the newest members of the Bermuda Police Service family, Recruit Foundation course number 81. Today I presented the Baton of Honor and the Milo trophy. The Baton of Honor, as has been said, goes to the best all-round performing recruit. It's our most prestigious award. In life, there will always be a small group of people who are the number ones, the fastest runners, the highest jumpers, and we should always recognize and celebrate those who attain that pinnacle of success. This year, I invited the previous Baton of Honor winner to present this award alongside of me in recognition of her previous achievement and the contribution she continues to make in the BPS. Please, a round of applause. This year, I presented the Milo trophy, and this trophy has always been near and dear to my heart. It's given to the best trier on the course, the person who the staff recognized had to dig deep to achieve their success. They had to bring it back from the brink. Through their hard work and determination, they had to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Daily, they had to make a commitment to work towards their success. It doesn't come easy. That commitment, more often than not, flows from the choices that good attitude engenders. And after 30 years, I am very clear that it is attitude and not ability that is the key differentiator in our careers and in our lives. Good attitude lights up the room. We all know it when we see it. It makes dreary work fun. It brings the team together. It raises our spirits and spurs us on to greater things. Attitude. As human beings, we have 100% control of it 100% of the time. No one dictates our attitude. Although circumstances can sometimes make those choices harder than others. But attitude is always, always, always a choice. Choose wisely, even when you don't feel like it. Good attitude creates exceptional service. People really notice it, and they often say thank you. Our collective reality is that few of us will be the fastest runners, the highest jumpers. But there's a message of hope in the Milo Trophy, that all of us daily can choose to give our best and make this organization as successful as it can be, to deliver a service to the community that it relies on and is immensely proud of. And that's my expectation of all of you. Now, to do your job, the community has entrusted you with superpowers. You are the guardians of their galaxy. You can take their freedom. You can take people's freedom. I'll never forget my first arrest. The moment I closed that door, and I was on one side of that door, and the person that I arrested was on the other. Now, I want you to think about the level of trust that the community has placed in you. I want you to really think about that. It almost goes without saying that with great power comes great responsibility. You're expected to hold the law fairly, uphold the law fairly and without favor. You're expected to be kind and firm, often at the same time. You're expected to be courageous. You are professional risk takers. Fear, although real, must be managed and moved past. Now, not every day, but you will be placed in stressful situations where you have to make difficult or split-second decisions with incomplete information and conflicting information sometimes. And a small proportion of those decisions may have life or death implications. And those decisions will then be poured over, lost my place, and discussed and debated by people who are free from the stress of the moment, after all the facts have been gathered, under leisurely time constraints, and in the comfort of their easy chairs. And they will determine whether what you did was right or wrong, good or bad. Such is the nature and necessity of accountability around our superpowers. It just comes with the job. Whether you want to or not, you are a role model. You are not your average citizen, whether you're on duty or off duty. Wherever you go, whoever you hang out with, whatever you do, you will always be viewed by the community and me, your employer, through the lens that you are a police officer. Our community, our code of ethics, the standards of professional behavior set very clear expectations that must be upheld. Gosh, I'm sitting here wondering who would take on this job? Well, let me tell you. You might accuse me of bias, but buckle up, Buttercups, because you're about to start the greatest jobs the world has ever seen. Ours is a noble profession. You have a unique opportunity to make a dramatic difference in people's lives. You're the one they call when life has completely unraveled. You're the one they call when life and death often hangs in the balance. You're the one that has to run to when they're running away. You're the one they call to keep them safe. And you're about to be part of a family, a team that shares your vision and desire to make Bermuda safer and works hard to do it every day. Policing is full of rules, regulations, policies, and procedures. And to be fair, you're not always going to get it right. But really, you fundamentally learn all you need to know, in kindergarten. Remember the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Always tell the truth. Do the right thing when no one's looking. And finally, if you mess up, fess up. The journey from confession is always easier than the one from conviction. I want to acknowledge and recognize that the context you're starting your career in is radically different from when I started. For starters, we had 480 police officers. Today, we have 381. I didn't wear a bulletproof vest. I'm not even sure we had them. I carried a wooden truncheon for my protection. In my car, there was a round wicker shield. I do mean wicker as in furniture, wicker shield. And if it really kicked off, I had a long wooden stick that I swear they must have got from Standard Hardware. How many of you even know where Standard Hardware is, or was? No one had a cell phone. Now, since 2006, the scourge of community violence has left 91 murders. Since 2009, there's been 171 attempted murders. We've recovered 70 firearms. There have been about 196 fatal road traffic fatalities. Everyone has a cell phone, an opinion, and a place to post it. Real facts and truth are hard to hear over the deafening din of social media opinions and the unabashed lies by some of the world's most powerful leaders. And if that wasn't enough, there's COVID to live with and police. So after nearly 30 years, knowing all that I know, I can honestly say that if I had to do it all over again, I'd join the fire department. I mean, they wear the coolest uniforms. And have you seen that truck? Gosh, does anybody have a bad word to say about them? Just kidding. My heart is with Family Blue, with this community, and in this way. And if I had to do it all over again, I would. And my hope is that you will too. So in closing, on behalf of all the support staff and officers of the Bermuda Police Service and the Bermuda Reserve Police, to the women and men of Recruit Foundation Course number 81, I say thank you for having the courage to take on the role of police officer and making that sacrifice. Congratulations, welcome to the family, and get ready for the ride of your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of awards for Recruit Foundation Course 81. At this time, the Training Center would like to thank all of those who gave of their time, knowledge, and experience in preparing the Recruit Foundation course for graduation. Special mention must be made of the dedication and unwavering support of Ms. Lido Smith, the police staff at the Training Center, guest facilitators and presenters, assessors and role players. and the Bermuda Island Pipe Band for their many years of participation and dedication to our passing out parades. I'll now call upon Police Chaplain Reverend Dr. Kevin Santucci to offer a prayer.
Recruit Foundation 81, on behalf of Ms. Isis Relman, WHU Department, CISM Coordinator, we say thank you very much and congratulations to all of you. Let us pray. Loving Father, indeed, we are indeed thankful for this day of celebration. For when Recruit Foundation 81 entered into their days of training, they saw something new, unable to fathom the end from the beginning. Loving Lord, you've been gracious to them. You've widened their scopes. You've given them knowledge, understanding, wisdom. You've given them an understanding of also how to handle not just themselves, but also dealing with adverse situations. Allah, we praise you. We magnify you, most merciful. And so today, O Lord, we take our time to ask thy continual blessings upon each and every one of them. As they go forth from this day serving Bermuda, we ask that thou would give them strength, you would give them wisdom, you would give them tact, you would grant them each day to be able to not just come into work to serve, but also go home to their families to enjoy the beauty of family life. Now bless us, we pray. Continue to strengthen us, we ask. We ask that thy mercies will rest upon us, both now and forevermore. We ask all in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The parade will now prepare to march past in quick time. Please stand as the parade marches past the dignitaries and remain standing until the departure of the governor.
Parade! Parade! Tap! Move to your right. Parade will march past in line. Move to your right in file. Right! Tap!